सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। जय जय राम जानकी राम, जय जय राम जानकी राम, जय जय राम जानकी राम, जय जय राम जानकी राम। रघुकुल भूषण राजा राम, रघुकुल भूषण राजा राम, रघुकुल भूषण राजा राम, रघुकुल भूषण राजा राम, जय जय राम जानकी राम, जय जय राम जानकी राम। तापसरंजन तारक नामा, तापसरंजक तारक नामा, तापसरंजन तारक नामा, तापसरंजक तारक नामा, दानव भंजन कोदंड रामा, दानव भंजन कोदंड रामा, दानव भंजन कोदंड रामा, दानव भंजन कोदंड रामा, जय जय राम जानकी राम, जय जय राम जानकी राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, 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 जानकी राम जानकी राम Shri Raghurama, Shri Rama Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama,
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 Jaya Jaya Rama Janaki Rama,
Jaya Jaya Rama Janaki Rama,
Janaki Rama.
Janaki Rama.
Om Namo Narayanaya.
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 Humble prostrations to one and all present here. So we have 3 sessions. Today 1, tomorrow 2. And what is the topic? What is the topic of this session? Tips for happy living. So this is the book. So in Sanskrit it is called Jivana Sutrani. You know what is sutra? Formula is called as aphorisms. Short capsule-like statements. So while writing sutram, there are certain laws also. You can't just write sutram just like that. So what is the law? So there's a definition for sutram. So it is there in this book. Alpaksharam asandigdham Saravat Vishvato Mukham Astobhamanavadyam cha Sutram Sutravido Viduhu. This is page number 6. So when we write a sutra, how it should be? Number 1, Alpa Aksharam, minimum words. But at the same time, asandigdham, there should not be any ambiguity. It should be very clear. The message should be very clear. Saravat, Not only there should be a clear message, it should be meaningful also. Saravat. Vishwato Mukham should be multifaceted. From different ways when you look at it, it should have different, relevant, deeper meanings. Astobham, there should not be any redundant words, letters, unnecessary words. No. Every word should have a purpose. Astobham, Anavadyam, and the whole statement should be flawless with respect to grammar. So then we say it is a sutra. So now in this book, we have around 65 sutras spread over 7 chapters. And what is the topic of all these sutras? The topic is tips for happy living. So how to live happily? 65 sutras are given in this direction. So what I have done is I have written all the sutras in one page so that the reading becomes easy for me. Because we are going to cover 65 sutras in 3 classes, sessions. Okay. So I have to go quite fast. So shall we begin then? Yes, let us see how to be happy. So sutra number 1. Atha Jivana Sutrani Prastuyante. By the way, who has written all this? So our Pujya Guruji, Swami Tejomayanandaji, he was the head of Chinmaya mission for a long time. So he is a scholar in Sanskrit, in Vedanta, in Upanishad. I was indeed fortunate to be taught by him for 2 years in Sandipani. An embodiment of devotion, an embodiment of knowledge, wisdom. So Pujya Guruji is loved by all in Chinmaya mission. So he had great mastery in Sanskrit. So therefore he composed this text. And all his texts are very simple, to the point. Okay, no complications. So therefore we thought we will take this text for the 3-day discussion. Right. So the first sutra is this. Atha Jivana Sutrani Prastuyante. Now the aphorisms of life is presented. But oh Guruji, why should we study these sutras? Yajñātva, this is the second one. Yajñātva abhyasya cha jivanam sukhaya bhavati. When we know these aphorisms, sutras, and when we practice it, abhyasya cha. So both are necessary. Knowing as well as practicing. What will happen when we know this and practice it? What will happen to us? Jivanam sukhaya bhavati. There is happiness in our life. There is peace. There is harmony. So therefore, we have taken up the study of these sutras. Oh Guruji, according to you, what is intelligent living? When can we say that we are intelligently living our life? So the third sutra. Jivane dvividham karyam. In life, there are 2 things to be done. What are the 2 things? Prapta paristhiti pratikaraha swa bhavishya nirmanam cha. In life, we have to do 2 things. Number 1, we have to handle situations. Moment to moment, we are asked to handle various situations. But we are intelligently living our life only when we handle these situations in such a way that we also progress in our life, evolve in our life, grow in our life. So 2 things. So So while handling the situations, you are evolving. If you are living such a life, then you are indeed intelligently living your life. Can you put on this agarbatti? Don't worry, it is not inauspicious. Yeah. You need not put off, maybe you can put it out. So, how should we handle our situations? Everyone has to handle situations in life. Life is nothing but a series of situations. When can we say that we are handling situations beautifully well? Before handling the situation, mind is peaceful. While handling the situation also, mind is peaceful. And after handling the situation also, mind is peaceful. If this way you are handling every situation, whether it is a family situation or a professional situation, whatever be the situation may be, if the mind is peaceful throughout, then we say you are truly intelligently living your life. This is the essence of spirituality. What is the essence of spirituality? How peaceful you are. The rest, everything is second. So that is why in Bhagavad Gita it is said, Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. One definition of yoga is Samatvam. Equanimity of mind is yoga. The mind is balanced, peaceful, tranquil, quiet, cheerful. If such a mind you have, then everything is fine with you. But if this is not the case, then there is some problem with you. Stress, worry, tension, anxiety, misery, depression, loneliness. If you are suffering from this, then you are unintelligently living your life. Because there is a deep connection between intelligent living and peace. It is exactly like the body. What is the proof that you have a healthy body? When there is no pain anywhere in the body. When you are not even aware that there is a body, then we say you are healthy. Yes or no? When there is some pain somewhere, then we say body is not healthy. In the same way, what is the sign of a healthy mind? Healthy mind is a light mind. You will always find that when the mind is very peaceful and quiet, you are not even aware of the mind. Yes or no? But when the mind is disturbed, then you clearly feel a pain. That pain in the heart, that pain in the mind is an indication that something is wrong. Right? So that is why, you must have heard this. Responding to a situation and reacting to a situation. Response is always an intelligent response. Reaction is always impulsive reaction, unthoughtful reaction. So, the sign of a healthy mind is this. It responds to situation. So there is a situation, you have to take decision. For taking decision, you should know what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. You have to take a decision. And then once the decision is taken, then when you handle the situation based on what is right, then we say we are responding to a situation. So after responding to the situation, how will the mind be? Very peaceful. So in the beginning the mind is peaceful. While handling the situation, while taking decision, mind is peaceful. And because the mind is very peaceful, you are able to take the best decisions. And after taking the decision, you implement the decision, and after handling the situation, mind is again peaceful. So in this way you live, everything is fine with you. You are truly a spiritual person. This is a sign of spirituality. Nothing else is a sign of spirituality. If you say, Swamiji, I am a very spiritual person, but I am highly disturbed and tensed, and I am disturbed and I disturb everybody else also. Then that is not spirituality. There should be some change seen in you. People should say, oh my God, how this person was. And after so many years coming to Chinmaya mission, what a great change I am seeing in this person. Then yes, it's a good name for Chinmaya mission. Okay. Transformation must be seen. And how is the transformation seen? In your behavior, in your speech, the way you carry yourself, the way you handle people, the way you handle situation. There is a grace involved. There is sweetness involved. So what happens when you walk the spiritual path? So there is a test called FIR test. Remember, some of them who had attended the camp in Abhyuday. What is that FIR test? What is F? Frequency. I? Intensity. R? Recovery time, isn't it? So F is frequency. How frequently you are disturbed. So with your spiritual progress, what should happen to F? Increase or decrease? It should decrease. The frequency of disturbance decreases. I means what? Intensity. How intensely you are disturbed. So what should happen to intensity? Should decrease. R is recovery time. After getting disturbed, how quickly you recover back. Regain your balance, your equipoise, equanimity. So what should happen to recovery time? That also should decrease. So F should decrease, I should decrease, R should decrease. If this is happening in your life, after all the study classes, after all your, spiritual practices, japa, tapa, dhyana, whatever, if this is happening, you are becoming a more and more better person, good person, when the virtues are increasing in you, when the vices are decreasing in you, when you are able to handle all situations beautifully well, then we say you are truly spiritual. Right. So in spirituality, you are not trying to change the world around you. What are you trying to change? Yes, I am trying to change myself. And wonder of wonders, the moment I try to change myself, slowly the world around me also starts changing. This is a wonder. It is exactly like I don't have to change the reflection in the mirror. What should I do? Let me have a smiling face. Automatically the reflection in the mirror will reflect that smiling face. Isn't it? In the same way, the whole world is nothing but a reflection of my personality. So therefore, what is a mistake we are all committing in life? We are trying to change the reflection. We are trying to change the world. We are trying to reform the people who are associated with us. Wife, husband, children, neighbor, relative, friends. We are all trying, this fellow is not good. That fellow is not good. I am miserable because of this. What does spirituality say? You are the problem. Spiritual message is, if you have a problem, you are the problem. Okay? Very difficult to digest, isn't it? So that's why you should have a powerful digestive system to come to spirituality. People with weak digestion, they listen to this and run away from here. So the whole responsibility comes upon my shoulders. I have to change. As long as you don't come to spirituality, your philosophy is, somebody has to change. I am miserable because of somebody. Such a person is called a non-spiritual person. Who is a spiritual person? I am miserable because of myself. I have to change. I have to make correction in my thoughts, in my words, in my deeds. So all responsibility falls on my shoulder. There is nobody in this world I have to change, correct. If there is one person to change, it is me, myself. So then what happens? The entire focus, you start paying upon yourself. You are not worried about others. Somebody speaks bad, you are hurt. Now what do you say? Earlier you said, this fellow shouted at me, therefore I am miserable. Now after becoming spiritual, what do you say? I was weak, therefore I became miserable. Why should somebody else's shouting make me miserable? So somewhere I have to become strong. Why should somebody else's negativity make me miserable? So therefore, I have to become so positive that others' negativity cannot even enter my space. Suppose you have 100 units of positivity and another person comes with 200 units of negativity. What will happen to you? You become minus 100 negative. But suppose you have 1000 unit of positivity and another person comes with, say, 100 units of negativity. What happens to you? Actually nothing happens. A little disturbance and you are able to, This is what spirituality does. It makes you so strong. It is like shock absorbers in the car. With a car with a very good shock absorber, it may be going through all kinds of bad patches of roads, humps, potholes, but nothing happens to the car. Spirituality does this. You can't change the world around you. You can't change the people around you. Spirituality says you need not change them. Remain with them. In fact, there's a beautiful quote of Pujya Gurudev. A successful person is the one who lays firm foundation with the bricks that others throw at him. So others are throwing bricks. So what does this person do? He doesn't complain. He doesn't grumble. He collects all the bricks. And with that, he makes a firm foundation of peace, of strength. This is what we do in spirituality. You become very strong. You are disturbed and you make everybody disturbed. Isn't it? So therefore, the whole spirituality says, focus upon yourself. Be strong. This is the highest responsibility of us in our life. Right? So that is why we are discussing all these sutras. So what is intelligent living? Beautifully handling the situation in such a way that you are progressing. Moment by moment, event by event, every situation is taking you higher and higher. Every bitter experiences are making you better. That is why in our scriptures we glorify lotus. You will find that all our gods and goddesses, they are either sitting on lotus or standing on lotus. What is the greatness of this lotus? The beauty of this lotus is, it is growing in dirty water, but it is bringing out beauty. It is bringing out fragrance. It is growing in stinking water, but what is it bringing out? Fragrance. It is bringing out sweet honey. And the bees come from all over to drink that honey. The whole environment is so unconducive as far as that lotus is concerned. But from that unconducive environment, it brings such a beautiful flower with sweet honey and fragrance. This is the way we have to live in our life. Amidst imperfection, we are bringing out the perfection of our true nature. Our real essence, our true self. We are bringing out the perfection of God seated in our heart. So in this way when we live, that is called as spiritual living, that is called as intelligent living. And the sign of intelligent living is you are peaceful, you are cheerful, you are happy. Yogarato va bhogarato va sangarato va sangavihina yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati nandati nandateva bhaja govindam bhaja govindam govindam bhaja mudhamate. So what is the sign of intelligent living? This is the thing. Yogaratova, bhogaratova. Whether this person is in yoga or bhoga. Sangaratova, sangavihina. Whether this person is with people, surrounded by people, or without people alone. What is his state of mind? Nandati, nandati, nandateva. Mind is constantly peaceful. Not dependent on any people, any situation, anything, any being. Irrespective of what that situation is, this person is peaceful at all times. So this is the purpose for which we practice spirituality. This is the purpose for which we come to such spiritual organizations like Chinmaya Mission. This is the learning which we have to gain from such institutions. Right. So now continuing. So let us all handle situations beautifully well, and in the process may we grow spiritually. Now in this, Guruji makes a very important statement. Tatra anyasya anyena jivanam jivitum na shakyate. Unfortunately, in this world, in our life, I cannot live the life of others. Others cannot live life for me. I cannot live life for others. Meaning, I have to live life for myself. It is exactly like hunger. If I want to satiate my hunger, I have to eat. Others can at the most bring food in front of me, but who has to eat? I have to eat. If I have to be physically strong, I have to do all my exercise. Others cannot do it. Others may give us techniques. See, this way you do. They can give us information. But who has to do? I have to do. So let us be very clear that if I have to progress in life, I have to work hard. Okay. Parasparam sahayyam tu sambhavati. Yes, I can help others. Helping everything is fine. But as far as working hard is concerned, putting forth effort is concerned, I have to do it myself. Sahayyasya svikarane pradhaneva ahankarah na karaniyaha. So in life, there are times when I have to take help from others. I have to give help to others. So while taking help, let me not feel that I am small. While giving help, let me not feel that I am big. Let there be no ego. Everyone has to take help, and there are times when everyone has to give help. So this is called as Sahaya Pradhan. So in life, how should we live our life? Jivanam vinayena eva shobhate. In life, let us cultivate this one virtue called Vinayam. Vinayam means what? Humility, egolessness. This is a great mantra. 99% of all our psychological problems are because of our own bloated ego. To the extent you can remain humble in life, simple in life, all your problems also vanish. Ego is like a shadow. The taller you stand, the longer will be the shadow. But when you fall flat upon the ground, what happens to the shadow? Falling flat means surrender, sharanagati. What happens to the shadow? Smaller, smaller, and disappears. So our ego is like that. So be very humble. You will always find that, in life, people who are humble, they attain greater and greater heights in every field. Music, art, sports, science. Those who are humble, they go high. Those who are egoistic, ego is a weight. Heavy things cannot go high. There's a beautiful, story I heard about Isaac Newton. So Isaac Newton was lying on his deathbed. People had gathered. So somebody asked, "Sir, you have unraveled so many mysteries of universe. You must be indeed feeling proud, while leaving this body, because you are leaving such a big name. You must be indeed feeling proud." You know what Isaac Newton said? Newton said, "Instead of feeling proud, I feel that I am a small child picking up pebbles, seashells from the seashore, while the vast ocean lies in front of me, unexplored. There are so many things in this ocean, I am not aware. What I get is some seashells. This is how I feel." You see, very humble. So in life also, to the extent we can make ourselves humble, there will be a lot of peace. Vinayam. Why is ocean having so much of water? So the answer is because it is at the sea level. What is sea level? The lowest level is called the sea level. So all the water, they fall on the mountains, but they don't stand there. They have to flow down. And finally it goes and settles in ocean. In the same way, the world is full of knowledge. But where does that knowledge stay? It doesn't stay in everybody's mind. It stays only in the humble ones. So therefore, a Mahamantra of life is be egoless. So naturally a question comes, how to become egoless? It's so simple. The world is created in such a way that nobody can have any ego. The world is designed in such a way. We just observe ourselves, our condition in life. How many factors are needed to keep ourselves alive? Just observe that. In the external world, so many factors are needed. Food is needed, water is needed, sunlight is needed, gravity, right distance between sun and earth. So many factors. And how many factors are in our control? Not even one. Again, inside, liver, kidney, everything has to function. How it is functioning, we don't know. Sense organs, how we are seeing, how we are hearing, we don't know. How the brain is functioning, we don't know. So in short, what is the reality of life? So the 4 Mahavakyas. Always remember it. I am nothing. I know nothing. I am nothing. I know nothing. I have nothing. I can do nothing. These are called as 4 Mahavakyas. Not Aham Brahmasmi and Tattvamasi and all that. No. Keep it aside. Start from here. I am nothing. I know nothing. Oh Lord, I can do nothing. I have nothing. Start from here. So whenever the ego builds up, when does the ego build up? When others praise you, when you are awarded and rewarded and recognized in the society, unknowingly the ego also starts rising. Immediately puncture the ego. Deflate the ego. Don't allow it to grow. Because greater the ego, greater will be your problems in life. Be in touch with the reality of life. The reality of life is I am a nobody. Swamiji, isn't it a very pessimistic view, Swamiji? It is not pessimistic, it is a realistic view. It's not pessimism. It is. What is the difference between inferiority complex and humility? They both appear to be very same. Inferiority complex person says, very sad, I am a nobody. A person who is humble also says, I am a nobody. But then there is a huge difference. One is a vice to be eliminated. Inferiority complex is a vice, is a negative trait. Whereas humility is a noble virtue. So what is the difference? The difference is this. A humble person says, I am a nobody. But at the same time he says, not only that I am a nobody, everybody is a nobody. Nobody is a somebody. Everybody is a nobody. And he is cheerful because he is in touch with the reality of life. Whatever abilities, talents, life, etc. we have belongs to God. Everything belongs to God. So he is very cheerful. What about a person with inferiority complex? His very thinking is faulty. He says, I am a nobody, but there are so many in the society who are somebody. Today I am a nobody, tomorrow I should become a somebody. His very vision is faulty. He is miserable. Every negative trait will make you miserable. Every positive trait will make you cheerful. So there is a huge difference between humility and inferiority complex. We should be humble, but we need not feel inferior. In the same way, what is the difference between superiority complex and self-respect? They appear to be same. Superiority complex is a vice, it's a negative trait. Self-respect is a positive trait. You must respect yourself. But that should not become superiority complex. So what is the attitude of superiority complex person? He says, I am a somebody, but everybody is a... Right. He is happy that he is better than others. He is superior to others. That happiness is a poisonous happiness. Not every happiness is good in life. There are some happiness which are sweet poison. It is sweet, but it is poison. What about a person with self-respect? Respecting the self is very good. You say, Bhagavan himself is residing in my heart. So therefore, I respect this entity. As an individual, I am a useless fellow, but Lord himself is residing in my heart. So therefore, this jiva, this entity, this individual is respect worthy. You see? So not only I am respect worthy, everyone deserves respect. Why? Because that Lord is residing in the hearts of everyone. Not only human beings, all living beings, plants, animals, insects, Bhagavan is residing in them. So therefore, they deserve that respect. You see? So that's a positive trait. So therefore, in life, let us be very, very humble. If we are not humble, what will happen? If you don't practice humility, the world is designed to crush your ego. So choice is yours. Would you like to crush your ego yourself? Or you want others to crush it for you? There's a difference. When you crush it for yourself, by yourself, then it is an easy process. Because you are cooperating with the cosmic functioning. Cosmos is designed to make you humble. So when you cooperate with cosmic forces, the process becomes very easy and very fast also. But suppose you go against the functioning of the cosmos, you are trying to build your ego, then what will happen? So this world is called as ICU. You know what is ICU? Eye crushing university. It's a university. The people around you are designed to crush your ego. There will be somebody in your life who will be there to keep giving blows to your ego. ICU also means intensive care unit. I am not against it. Intensive care unit means what? God intensely takes care of each one of us. So it's a unit where every one of us are intensively taken care. That way, world is an ICU, no doubt. Everybody is taken care by the Lord. Saint Augustine says, everyone is taken care by the Lord as though we are his only child. When you have only one child, entire attention is upon that one child, isn't it? When you have 10 children, your attention is, dissipated, distracted. But when you have only one child, entire attention is there. In the same way, the Lord takes care of each and every one of us, intensively taking care. That's why it is called ICU. So the point is this, let us cultivate humility as much as possible. The more and more we work hard in this direction, the more and more the cosmos will bless us, support us in helping our evolution. In fact, the definition of education itself is this: Vidya dadati vinayam. What is the proof that a person has knowledge? The proof is he is humble. Expression of knowledge is humility. The kind of education that which we are getting in our schools and colleges, can we call it education? But generally what happens is, after gaining that college education, this fellow becomes arrogant. You don't have to go anywhere else. Hiranyakashipu, Ravana, all of them are there. The more and more we get all this worldly education, you find that this person is becoming more and more arrogant. So that is not true education. That can be called as bread-winning education. Yes, it can give you a job. Fine. That value it has. But true education is this. It must make you humble. That's what spiritual education does. So, therefore, Jivanam Vinayena Eva Shobhate. Life becomes beautiful when you are humble. Most of the problems just disappear when you practice humility. So therefore, tasmat swajivana bharam svikritya sarva prayatnena tat safali kuryat. Tasmat, therefore, may you take the responsibility of your life upon yourself. May you put forth self-effort. There is a way in which we can all be happy. Intelligent living is possible only when we have that right understanding about life. Others cannot live our life. You only have to live. So gain the right knowledge, practice it, and then make your life beautiful. In this way, the first chapter is over. Okay, 7 chapters we have. We have half an hour time. So let us enter into second chapter. सर्वे जनाः सफलताम् आप्तुं योग्याः समर्थाः च. Now, Guruji says, everyone is capable to attain success in life. Everyone is capable and everyone is eligible also. Yogyaha samarthaha cha. Everyone is eligible and everyone is capable. Oh Guruji, how can you say that? Because in life we don't find everyone successful. How can you say that everybody is eligible and capable? Yasmat swatantrata manushya janmanaha visheshata. I say so because there is freedom given in human birth. In human birth, lot of freedom is given to us, swatantrata. What kind of freedom is given? Atra karma jnana ichha adi swatantriyam upalabdham. There is freedom. Freedom with respect to what? Karma. With respect to what I can do, what I need not do. With respect to action, freedom is given. Jnana, freedom is given. Jnana means knowledge. Ichha, what to desire, what not to desire, freedom is there. So, regarding knowing a thing, I have freedom. Regarding desiring a thing, I have freedom. Regarding working hard to gain that thing, I have freedom. So, in human birth, there is lot of freedom. But beware, may we not misuse this freedom. Tacha utkarshartham yoktavyam natu swa paravinashaya. Lot of freedom is given. Does it mean that we misuse this freedom? What is called as misusing the freedom? When I destroy myself and destroy everyone around me, then that is called as misusing the freedom. Like all the terrorists, how they are doing. They become human bones. So they also kill themselves and they kill others also. That is called as swapara vinashaya. They are also exercising their freedom only. So may we not exercise our freedom in a wrong way. So what is the right way in which we can exercise our freedom? The right way is utkarshartham. When I exercise my freedom, I should also evolve, and at the same time others also should get benefited. Everyone, it's a win-win situation. The famous saying of the Upanishad, Atmano mokshartham jagat itayacha. So in the process of serving others, I grow spiritually, and in that process, others are also benefited. When I exercise freedom in this way, then that is called as truly exercising our freedom. So, the whole point is this: everybody is eligible, everybody is capable of achieving success in life. But for that, we have to use the freedom given to us intelligently. There's a freedom with regard to what I should desire in life, what I should strive for in life. We all have the freedom. That freedom should be exercised properly. Tadartham apekshitaha sarvashaktayah swasmin eva nihitaha. Whatever talents or abilities or potentials are needed to achieve this greatness in us, success in us, everything is there in each and every one of us. It is already there. Shaktayah tu kaya vam mano buddhi sthita bahihi sadhana bhutascha. This potential is there in all of us. Kaya at the body level, Vam at the speech level, Mano at the mind level, Buddhi at the intellect level. So in our personality itself, that potential is there. We have to exercise our freedom, bring out this potential in each and every one of us. So how to bring out this potential, this ability, these talents, etc. from us? Now, a very important mantra I said here. तासाम अभिव्यक्त्यर्थम तो जीवने श्रेष्ठम लक्ष्यम आवश्यम. In order to bring the best from us, we must have a noble goal. This is the point. When is the best coming out of us? The best comes out of us only when we have a noble goal. Otherwise, the best will never come. If this question is asked, why are you living? So you must have a solid reason. I am living just for eating or just for existing. That is not a reason. There should be a proper reason. Some noble goal should be there. And when you have this noble goal, what happens? All these abilities, talents, potential, they have a direction to flow. Otherwise, everything gets dissipated. So, in achieving success, there are three main factors. Number one, conservation of energy. Number two, channelizing the energy. Number three, applying the energy. So, first you have to conserve the energy. And that conserved energy must have a direction to flow. So there should be a direction. And then third, you must apply that energy. So in that case, success is guaranteed. Now, if you have it, so you have this water flowing. If you just allow the water to flow, it will directly go to the ocean. Nobody is benefited. But what do? They conserve this water. Give a direction to this water. They send this water through this agricultural fields. So as they flow, they also irrigate all the crops. Or they, conserve the water and then make it flow through the turbine. So then what happens? That flow it is converted to electricity. So in the same way, all of us, we have the potential. But unless there is a noble goal in life, this potential will not be manifest. And this is what we see in the life of everyone. All the great personalities in different fields. Somewhere they were inspired by a goal, and then they started working towards the goal. And in the process, automatically they started conserving their energy. And then finally, they attained the goal. So this is a very important point. Ask yourself this question. Why am I living? Why am I living? Is there some purpose in my life? Is there some goal? Or just I am living because I am living helplessly? I can't die, therefore I am living. Then nothing great will come out of it. Spiritual people have a wonderful goal. What is the goal? The goal is this. I am infinite. I am immortal. I am infinite bliss. This is my true nature, and that is what scriptures are telling about me. That I am am divine, I am God itself. If this is what I am, then I must know my true nature. Now that becomes a wonderful goal. But if I am infinite, I am immortal, why is it that I am not experiencing it? Mind is impure. In an impure mind, this great truth cannot be experienced. So therefore, what is the solution? Obstacle is the impure mind, so the solution is pure mind. So how to purify the mind? So for that I must know what is a pure mind, what is an impure mind. So a mind which is filled with all negativities, anger, greed, jealousy, etc., such a mind is called an impure mind. A mind which is filled with all noble virtues, devotion, dispassion, compassion, forgiveness, humility, such a mind is a pure mind. And such a pure mind alone is capable of turning its attention within and knowing that Supreme Self in all its glory. So therefore, this is the goal of my life, to know my own true self. You call it self-realization, you call it moksha, mukti, nirvana, whatever. They're all the same. So the purpose of my life is to know myself. I am already perfect. I don't have to gain perfection from outside. My nature itself is perfection. But it is this imperfect mind which is preventing me from knowing my true self. So therefore, let me dedicate my life in purifying the mind. See, that becomes a noble goal. So in order to purify the mind, what should I do now? I have to cultivate noble virtues. So in the process of cultivating noble virtues, what am I doing? I will help others. I will become humble. I will be compassionate. I will be forgiving. Yes or no? So in the process, what happens? Not only that I am growing, in the process, others are also benefiting. This is called as win-win situation. You see? In the process, I am mastering my mind. I am mastering my sense organs. I am becoming more and more disciplined. In the process, I am growing, and as I am growing, others are also benefited. Right. So the point is this: in order to bring the best from me, I must have a noble goal in life. Right. Now, while fixing the goal also, an important sutra is mentioned. Dvividham hi lakshyam prathamikam charamam cha. While fixing the goal also, there is something called immediate goal and there is something called ultimate goal, lifetime goal. While goal setting also has to be like this. It's not that only one goal is there. No, there should be an immediate goal. Immediate goal means what? At present there is a situation and I have to handle this situation. But while handling this situation, while trying to attain this immediate goal, I have to ask this question: am I inching towards my lifetime goal? As I am fulfilling my immediate goal, am I approaching towards my lifetime goal? This question has to be asked. Etayor madhye samanjasyam avashyakam. There has to be a proper alignment between these two. Many times what happens? I see an immediate goal, I completely forget about the lifetime goal, and many times what happens is, while fulfilling the immediate goal, I am going away from my lifetime goal. Then that is dangerous. Right. The spiritual example is the best. So therefore Guruji himself takes that spiritual example. Yatha moksha praptaye chitta shuddhi. Just like purifying the mind for self-realization. So an immediate goal is I have to help someone, do some punya karma. It's the immediate goal. But in the process what is happening? Chitta shuddhi is happening. Mind is getting purified. But as the mind is getting purified, what is happening to my spiritual progress? I am inching towards that Supreme Self. I am inching towards liberation. This is the way We must live our life. So there should be an immediate goal. Maybe you can have a short-term goal. You can have a long-term goal. But there has to be a lifetime goal. And the lifetime goal should always be at the back of the mind as you are fulfilling all your immediate goals. In this process, when you proceed, you are living intelligently. Okay? So in this way, second chapter is also over. Okay? It's a beautiful text. Tips for happiness. So what is the essence of the first chapter? Essence of first chapter is nobody else can live your life. So better take charge of your life. So there is all these sutras you will find directly or indirectly mentioned in scriptures. Take charge of your life. So what is that sloka from Bhagavad Gita? Uddharedatmanatmanam natmanam avasadhaye atmaivahyatmano bandhuhu atmaivaripurātmanah. Uddhare atmana atmanam. Lift yourself by yourself. Na atmanam avasadhaye. After lifting up, don't leave yourself and fall down. Atmaivahyatmano bandhuhu. You yourself, you are your best friend. Atmaivaripurātmanah. You yourself, you are your worst enemy. This is what he said. So who is the best friend? Myself. Myself means who? So there explanation is given, your own mind. A disciplined mind is your best friend. An obedient mind, a quiet mind, a cheerful mind, a conquered mind is your best friend. Whereas an indisciplined mind is your worst enemy. When the mind is indisciplined, when the mind is filled with raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, etc., such an impure mind is my worst enemy. Why is it called worst enemy? You see, mind is supposed to be my servant, my instrument. So whatever I decide, mind must obey me. In such a person's life, everything is fine. I decide something and the mind obeys. Mind is like my pen, say for example, an instrument. I want the pen to write, the pen writes. I don't want the pen, fine, I fold it and put it back. In the same way, the mind also should. There are times when I have to use my mind. I have to focus my mind, concentrate upon my mind. There are certain subjects where I want the mind to apply itself. So the mind readily obeys. It is inspired to study. It is inspired to focus. It generates that, necessary willpower in order to work hard. In that case, mind is my best friend. But what happens with an impure mind? It never cooperates. I want to do something, but the mind says, shut up. I have no interest in doing it. Right? I want to study, but the mind says, I have no interest. Now what will I do? I want the mind to focus, but the mind is wandering everywhere. What will I do? I want to get up early in the morning. What does the mind say? Shut up, sleep. That is called that is a sign of an impure mind. Impure mind is a disobedient mind. So actually speaking, who is my greatest enemy? Not somebody outside, it is my own mind. Disciplined, obedient, silent, quiet, cheerful mind is my best friend. So all spiritual sadhana is in disciplining this mind. And remember, when I am in the company of such a cheerful mind, am I happy or miserable? Always happy. But if I am in the company, remember this mind is something, you are always in the company of your mind only. You can't take it out and put it outside. Other people, they may be there with you, they may not be there with you, but your mind is something which is sealed and packed inside you. In fact, every moment we are experiencing our mind only. So therefore, it's very, very important that we spend some time in reforming this mind. Because here is an entity which is always with me and who decides my moods. And unfortunately in this world we have no time for our mind. Yes or no? We have time for everything else, but we don't have time for our mind. We think that external comforts, lot of money will make us happy. No. Lot of comforts, luxuries, no. That's why Gurudev used to say, modern man is comfortably miserable. Modern man is comfortably miserable. All comforts are there, but what is his condition? Misery. Why? Mind is miserable. So therefore the wise ones, they pay greatest attention to reforming their mind. Right. So now, shall we enter into the next chapter? Okay, we will enter. What is there? Chapter 3. It talks about success. Manava Purusharthaha Simitaha. Let us understand all our abilities and talents are limited. Purushartha, effort is also limited. How much effort can we put? There is limits. But a Maha Mantra. What is a Maha Mantra? Second one. Sarvashaktimat Ishwarasya Anugrahena tu Saha Laksha Gunaha Bhavati. But no doubt our abilities are limited, our talents are limited, our efforts, everything is limited. But Ishwarasya Anugrahena, by the grace of God. What kind of God? Sarvashaktimat, who is omnipotent, all powerful. By the grace of that all-powerful, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent God. Omniscient means all-knowing. Omnipresent means present everywhere, all-pervading. Omnipotent means all-powerful. Ishwarasya anugrahena, such a Bhagwan's grace. Satu laksha guna bhavati. Your abilities and talents are multiplied with 1 lakh. It is amplified. It is not 1 lakh. It can be, depending upon the situation, it can be 1 crore also. In fact, infinite. When infinitely powerful God is with you, can there be anything lacking in you? That's the point. Impossible. And where is that God? Right there in your heart. He's not somewhere far away. You have to go and seek His help and all. No. You have to just tune to Him. That's all. One tuning, that's all what is needed. Like the internet connection. Wi-Fi is there, but you have to just tune. Once it is tuned, infinite information gets into it. In the same way, we are all like that, small water droplet, but connected with an ocean. Let us say we are all waves. But remember, wave is not small. Actually, there is an infinite ocean which is connected to that wave. But when the wave doesn't know that I am connected to the infinite ocean, then it is not able to derive the benefit. So therefore, this is a very powerful mantra. Sarvashaktimati Ishwarasya anugrahena tu saha laksha gunaha bhavati. I should know how to attune myself with that infinite power. This is the purpose of prayer, this is the purpose of meditation, everything. And the moment you are connected to that infinite source, whatever you need comes. You want knowledge, comes. You want solace, it comes. You want inspiration, it also comes. You want inner strength, it comes. You want courage, it comes. You want resources, it comes. Whatever you need, it will come. So therefore, tasmat tameva ashritya purushartha kartavyah. So therefore, whatever field we are working, putting forth effort, tameva ashritya, hold on to Him. Take refuge in Him. Hold on to Him and then do. If you see Hanumanji in Sundarkand, you find Hanumanji is crossing the ocean, Ramayana. That huge ocean he crosses by one leap. He is able to lift the entire mountain and fly. Correct? He burned the entire Lanka also. So all these things he could do. How? So it is very clearly mentioned there. Every moment Hanumanji used to remember the Lord. And he was very clear, whatever I am doing, it is because of His grace. And therefore he was able to do everything. Anything is possible. He is with us. So therefore, we must put forth effort, remaining in tune with Him. More of it, we will see. To what all questions, doubts, etc. you have, you just keep it aside. When is our question answer session? Huh? Sunday we have a question answer session. So keep all those questions ready. Okay, it can be any question. Need not be from this text. Right. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. He Parameshwar Namo Namo. He Parameshwar Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara Rupa. Brahma Vishnu Maheshwara Rupa. Trimurti Rupa Namo Namo. Trimurti Rupa Namo Namo. Trigunatita Namo Namo. Trigunatita Namo Namo. Trilokanatha Namo Namo. Trilokanatha Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. He Parameshwar Namo Namo. He Parameshwar Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. Bhavatita Bhagya Vidhata. Bhavatita Bhagya Vidhata. Bhava Bhaya Harana Namo Namo. Bhava Bhaya Harana Namo Namo. Ananda Rupa Namo Namo. Ananda Rupa Namo Namo. Chinmaya Rupa Namo Namo. Chinmaya Rupa Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo Namo. He Parameshwar Namo Namo. He Parameshwar Namo Namo. Gurudevaya Namo सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की
जय।
ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः
सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।